You got to be yourself. You got to be yourself in the right way. You can't just, you got to put things in the right angle. So I'm explaining why I do what I do, and you need to listen to it, understand why I'm doing what I do, and apply it to your own style. Don't copy me word for fucking word. She says, a good thing I'm strong, I'm not afraid. She goes, I'm just kidding, I'm not that bad to break hearts. Then what did I say? Then I asked her how old she was. I always ask how old they are. I don't know why, it's something they always seem to reply to. No matter what they say, whether it's 30 or fucking, unless they're really young. If they're above 20, between the age of 20 and 30, if they're a teenager, I usually say, oh, you're young, I'm an old man. But if they're like whatever her age was, I don't think I'll screenshot this properly, I say, that's a good age. You're old enough to have fun, yet young enough to be smart. No, sorry, young enough to have fun, but old enough to be smart. I always say that. Girls like that line, because it makes them sound like, well, yeah, I'm 23, I'm old enough to be smart, but young enough to have fun. You ain't smart, bitch, you don't. But still, I say that. They like that shit. Then I say, I'm a very old man, I'm 30. He goes, yes, I would like to stay forever at this age. Now remember what I said earlier about 20 minutes ago in this video. We are always aiming for progression. This girl is now getting my attention. So far this exchange has happened this about a minute and a half long. Because once again with women, they get bored quick. If I don't reply to her quickly, if I leave her for a couple hours and then try and message her again, she's gonna, she's forgot about me. She looked at my Instagram an hour and a half ago. She was a little bit intrigued. Now she's had 6 messages since from new guys and she's forgotten all about me. So progression, what am I aiming to do from the Instagram conversation? What's the progression? The progression is, because we're always giving our attention in exchange to progress up the ladder. I'm gonna use my fucking whiteboard. Even though I only have a green marker you can barely see, I'm gonna use it. We're progressing. We're starting here with all the other shit munchers. I don't know if you can see that. Here's where we wanna be, at the top. Because with the shit munchers, there's lots of people. At the top with their titties, there should be only one man, you. So you want to get higher up. As you get higher up, there's less and less shit munchers. Hope that makes sense. So on her Instagram, anyone can message her. There's loads and loads and loads of guys. So what we're aiming to do out of the Instagram conversation is get her WhatsApp or get her phone number. Now you're thinking, well, what's the difference between messaging her on Instagram and messaging her on her phone? The big difference is everyone can message her on Instagram, whereas only a few people can message her on her phone, because not everyone has her fucking phone number, you dumb cunt. So by getting her phone number, we are progressing up and slowly limiting it to the number one dude at the top, which is you. So when you move from Instagram to phone number, you cut it down from the entire world being able to message her down to about 100 people perhaps. That's a big jump. That is the aim of the Instagram conversation. Progression. From the phone number, we go on to the next stage, till eventually you end up with titties. That's how it works. So that's what we're trying to do in this conversation here, is get her phone number. So where were we? That's a good age. Old enough to be smart and young enough to have fun. I said I'm a very old man, I'm 30. Women like age. Women like you to be older than them. So do not be afraid to say your age. She goes, yes, I would like to stay forever at this age. Time to make a joke because I'm so funny. I said, I can make you immortal. Jesus is my friend, I'll WhatsApp him. That's what I said. She put loads of laughing faces. She goes, if he doesn't respond, I'll give you his Instagram because he likes all my posts. And I put, I bet he does because you're beautiful and he's a pervert. Tongue face. So that's the second compliment I've given her. So she already thinks I'm funny. She's had a couple compliments. She's scrolled through my Instagram page by now. She's talking to me. This is about 2 minutes in. 2 minutes. That's all I've spent 2 minutes of time on this girl. And what do? She goes, after I said, she's beautiful, she goes, well, thank you. Next thing I say, WhatsApp, question mark. Straight to the point. Hello, this is who I am. You see my Instagram. You're beautiful. Ha ha ha, I'm funny. Give me your number. We ain't fucking around. We ain't playing no 3 days of messaging. Can I have your number, please? Like some fucking pussy. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to talk. You've seen me, you're replying to me, you know what the big G is, give me your number. If at this point she goes, oh, I prefer to talk on Instagram. Do you know what you do? I'll tell you what you do. And you're gonna hear this a lot. This is a very important pimping term. I'm gonna write this down on my board. In fact, I'm gonna write on this piece of paper so you can understand how important it is. We're gonna use this a lot. F, D, B. Which means fuck that bitch. FDB. If she wants to give you bullshit, FDB. What you do, if she goes, I don't want to talk to you on WhatsApp, I'd rather talk to you on Instagram, you don't reply, you leave her ass on scene. Ignore her. FDB. I've shown you who I am, I've spoken to you, I've proved I'm fucking funny. If you're gonna give me your fucking phone number, I'll talk to someone else. FDB. Message a different girl. Because by not giving you her phone number, she's shit testing you. She's saying, yeah, I'll talk to you, but you don't deserve my number. And what you're doing by not replying is saying, I'll talk to someone else and fuck you. You can't say that to her, because if you say it, then it shows you're emotionally upset. And if you get upset, then she wins, because she's emotionally affected you. Men cannot be emotionally affected. Men are iron. You can't affect us. You just don't reply because you don't care. You won't give me your number? Okay, I don't care. Do not reply. And about 70% of the time, they'll still message you or say, oh, so you don't want to talk to me if you don't get my number or some shit. They'll come back at you, and then you can play the game again. Just say, well, anyone can message you on Instagram. I'm special, so I want to WhatsApp you. Just be clear with your intention. If she ain't going to give you the number, FDB. Because you're doing it, remember, when you're talking to girls like this, you're not messaging one girl at a time. You can say Bucharest or Grand Rapids or text Houston or whatever to 100 girls. You can go on Instagram right now and message 100 girls. So you're going to be doing loads of conversations at once. So you're only interested in the ones who are going to play ball. If they ain't going to play ball and give you their number, FDB. So, in this particular case, we all know what happened. I'm pretending. I'm fucking G about PhD. WhatsApp, yep, smiley face. What's your number? I put some cherries on there because I'm a G. Bang. Blocked out the phone number so none of you motherfuckers are going to be thinking about messaging my hoe. Bang. There's the number. Progression. We've moved from here to here. This can happen many, many different ways. I'll give you another example. There's another screenshot example because this is what I do. Listen, I have too many girls, but if I want some chicks, I go on Instagram. I may, because I've got quite a few followers, I've got about 30,000. I'll scroll through girls who have already liked my pictures because it's easier then, because then I know they definitely want dick. Thing, Bucharest question mark. I'll message 10 girls. I'll get 5 WhatsApps. I'll fuck 2 girls. That's the average math. So any Monday morning I can wake up and go, you know what? I want 2 new pussies this week. Bucharest, copy and paste, boom, 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 boom. Da-da-da, WhatsApps, WhatsApp, da-da-da. Me and Tristan call it Paul Cicero. We call it Ciceroing. If me and Tristan, especially when our girlfriends are around, we say, I've got to go Cicero. And we do that because I think it's in Goodfellas. I can't remember what message. I can't even remember what movie it is. It's one of the gangster movies. There's a guy called Paul Cicero. And he said he doesn't move very fast because Paulie doesn't have to move for no one. Because he used to sit there and people used to come and deal with him and then leave. So me and Tristan call it Ciceroing. So me and Tristan go, we're going to Cicero today. We'll go to a coffee shop at 3 o'clock. We'll have a date at 3:30, a date at 4:30, and a date at 5:30. And we'll bring the girl in at 3:30,